What's up YouTube, the Ziggy Dragon here. Here I'm coming at you with a deck profile of the Zefra Zing November 2015. And now with the new ban list that just came out, I honestly think that this is the perfect time for Zings to shine, considering we're not going to see much of Necros, Burning Abyss, Cleaforce, and Shadalls. I honestly think that Zings are going to be pretty much on top of the list. Until the new Performage and the Cosmos support is released. But yeah, do keep in mind this is the Zefra Zing, so it is a little bit different from the other Zings that builds that you see that are running mistakes and loser turns. I even see some builds using Kaiser Colosseums and shared rides, which, don't get me wrong, is a relatively good build and is in fact a really decent build. But with the new Zefra support and the new pendulum mechanic, I think players overlook in the game, because with the new pendulum mechanic and stuff like that, it just helps you play way more aggressive, and it helps maintain hand advantage, and yeah, and it just helps with the consistency a little bit. And sometimes you can brick with Zings, but with the pendulum support, I don't usually brick at all. So yeah, I'm not going to do too much explaining. If you want, you could subscribe to my channel, and I will show you some nifty combos with Jiao and stuff like that, and I'll show you some combos with the pendulum cards that you can do in the deck. But yeah, I'm just going to get straight into the deck profile. So yeah, so without further ado, here's the Zing November 2015. So first off, I'm running one Tauti, 2 Sawani, 2 Bien, 2 Bixie, triple Jiao. I think running this at 3 is necessary, because this is the key power play of the deck, and it just helps turn around games and just helps you set up a big boss monster on board and helps you just control the field. And yeah, I honestly think this at 3 is really good. 2 Chiwen. For the pendulums, I'm running triple Zefra and triple Zefroxy. That's it for the monsters. Onto the spells. I'm running 1 Soul Charge, triple Oracle, triple Path, 2 Dark Hole, triple Upstart, and 2 MST. That's it for the spells. Onto the traps. I'm running 1 Torrential Tribute, 1 Vanities, 1 Warning, 1 Compulse, 1 Skill Drain, and last but not least, triple Creation. Now, there has been a big debate in some cases where I would talk to my friends and stuff like that. People are asking me, why are you still running Creation at 3 if you're running the pendulum build? Because Creation effects says that you cannot special summon from your extra deck except for synchro monsters. So if a pendulum Zing is on top of your extra deck and you complete your scale, you won't be able to special summon that monster if Creation is face up onto the field. But that does not really bother me, considering it does. The pendulums do create speed in the deck, and I will set up my pendulum skill as soon as possible in early games, so I could search for a Zing Path or another copy of Oracle, or I could just search out Creation if I really wanted to. But in most cases, my opponent will try to, if I do set up my pendulum scales and I do have monsters on top of my pendulum monsters on top of my extra deck, in most cases my opponent will ignore my pendulum scales and the pendulum monsters and will most likely focus on creation, because creation is pretty much a big wall as it is. It just gives you so much advantage, and it helps you swarm the field. Your opponent won't risk letting this stay on board for a couple of turns, because if this does stay on board for several turns, you most likely won the game already. So when my opponent does get rid of creation, my pendulum monsters are all set to go to do all their nifty little effects and just and yeah, help me win the game. So leaving creation at 3 does not bother the deck at all. That's it for the main deck. Onto the extra deck. I'm running 1 Trish, 1 Chao Fang, 2 Baxia, 2 Yazi. Some people are telling me to take out 1 Yazi for a Clearwing Synchro Dragon, but all Clearwing Synchro Dragon effect is you cannot target, and it has a little nifty effect. If it destroys a monster, it gains that much attack to the destroyed monster, I believe, or something like that. But anyway, in my personal opinion, Yazi is just way more diverse. It has much of a greater toolbox than Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Yazi has an additional effect where you can destroy a Yang Zing on your field and destroy a card on your opponent's side of the field. And not only that, Yazi floats, so when Yazi dies, you can just special summon a Yang Zing from your deck onto the field in case anything happens. But Clearwing Synchro Dragon, basically, you just cannot target. So basically, I would just run 2 copies of Yazi other than Clearwing Synchro Dragon. I'm also running 1 Beals and the 1 Scrap Dragon. And yeah, I am taking out Scrap Dragon for Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, I believe his name is. I don't know if that's the proper name, but the cover card of Dimension of Chaos, yeah, but it's not out yet. But once my locals have it, I will get it. So I'm also running 1 Black Rose Dragon. Some people are telling me to take this out for a Moonlight Rose Dragon, but since I'm doing so much controlling with Yazi already, and basically Yazi is the level 7 synchro monster that I would 100% of the time go into, and I would just rather have a toolbox in which I could just blow out the field instead of having more control, which Moonlight Rose Dragon does. So yeah. And I'm running 1 Goyu Guardian and 1 Menaphys Horus. In case you do not know what this does, this is practically a big eye for the deck, so you could steal one of your opponent's monsters if you use a pendulum monster for its synchro summon. So stealing our opponent's monster is pretty good in the game, and not only that, I sometimes steal my opponent's monsters on their turn, because you can synchro summon with the Yang Zings on your opponent's turn, with the which with their additional effect, and sometimes it just catches my opponents off guard, and yeah, which I think is really good. And 1 Armades and the 1 Catastor. Some people are telling me to take out 1 Catastor. I cannot find any other good level 5 synchro monsters that are out there, but if you have any, please list in the comment section below. But I would never make a 2 Armades. I would rather extend my extra deck toolbox and have a variety of instead of having 2 Armades. So sometimes Catastor's effect does come in handy. Sometimes I can beat over things with Armades, even though you can pump them up to a 28 beat stick with Sawani's buff. Sometimes it's just not enough. Sometimes there will be bigger monsters out there that you cannot get by, so that's why Catastor just helps and fill that toolbox of me getting over things. And last but not least, I'm running 2 Herald. So that's it for my Zing Zefra deck profile, November 2015. I hope you guys enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe. This is Yugi Dragon here. Peace out.